is a human right.
Everybody stand up and fight. Education is a human right.
Everybody stand up and fight.
Education is a human right.
Everybody stand up and fight. Education is a human right. Everybody stand up and fight. Education is a human right. Yes, and I'm a teacher in the California State University system. It's a public school system. It used to be free to get your education in California. That's how it was designed. The community colleges were free in my lifetime. When I was in college, you could go to take any class at a community college, and that's the way it should be. That's the only way we're going to have equality, is if the size of your pocketbook does not determine the quality and the amount of education that you deserve. Everybody has a right. It's a human right to have an education. And we need to demand that there's so much money in this state. California is the wealthiest state in the whole country. You know, if California was its own country, it would be the 8th largest economy in the world. So for them to say that there's not enough money to fund community colleges, the Cal States and the UCs, that's bull. Yes. So who needs to pay? The 1% needs to pay. Who needs to pay? Who needs to pay? The banks need to pay. Who needs to pay?
The banks need to pay.
Who needs to pay?
The banks need to pay.
And now we're the ones paying. My poor students are having to drop out. They're having to work 2 and 3 jobs just to go to college. How are they going to be able to participate in activism? How are they going to be able to participate? They can't. And that's why they keep getting screwed, because they're not able to participate because they're working too much. So what we need to do is demand free education.
Public education.
Public education must be free. 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 Public education must be free.
Stop the privatization of education.
Stop the privatization of public education. Do we have any students, any college students or high school students want to talk?
Or if you're just kind of students there.
Student?
Hello, comrades. I came to Occupy LA a year ago, and specifically with the problem that I was a student with student debt. Right now is October 1st, 2012. I just got a letter 2 weeks ago from NEFA, the Massachusetts Educational Financial Authority, telling me they're suing me. I didn't even know I was being sued because I owe $8,000 in a student loan, which I thought it was a grant. But they said that I had to keep a certain grade to keep it a grant, and I didn't find that out until after I graduated. And I asked for deferment, and they said there's no option, you're being sued. So I asked an attorney and from Occupy LA, a fellow comrade, and they told me, you cannot go to jail for student debt. And I'm like, all I can do right now is protest, because the country is not looking out for me. I'm paying tax money that I spent. I thought I would have a voice in which way my money is being spent in, which I wish it would be in healthcare and education, and it's being spent 56% in the military when I didn't even agree to that.
The military.
So education should be free. It should be paid without tax money. What the hell? Seriously.